57,000 Texas kids are enrolled in special education courses, making nights like this one more important than ever. KLTV7's Zori Jones brings us this story.
More than 500 special needs students traded their school hallways for a glow-in-the-dark dance floor Friday in Longview. Pine Tree High School hosted students from across the region at the Maud Cobb Convention Center, completed with photo ops and a sensory room. Landon Reimer, a Tyler Legacy student, says he was really enjoying the music.
I was mostly in the front of the crowd and just did some couple flips.
Students came from East Texas school districts across the region, all there to experience a prom dedicated to those with special needs. Melanie Cohen, Director of Special Education at Pine Tree, says this prom gives students a chance to celebrate with people just like them.
If you have mobility issues, or you have a vision impairment, or you might have a seizure disorder where lights or other things that impact you, going to your campus prom might not be an option for you.
Organizers made sure every student had options beyond the dance floor, including a sensory room for those who need a break. Joey Wilson from Pine Tree even showed me his favorite move. When students weren't dancing or in the sensory room, they lined up for lunch or grabbed props to snap a picture and capture the moment. Susan Hudson, functional life skills teacher at Tyler High School, says these students were truly enjoying themselves.
Everybody's happy, there's so much dancing, and nobody feels judged or looked at in any weird way.
And that is exactly what these students got to experience at their last dance of the school year. So much so, Landon needed a little rest.
Maybe take a break, my knee got a little sore.
Glow in the dark was this year's theme, and for seniors among them, it was a perfect way to end their final year. Zori Jones, KLTV 7 News.
It just makes us smile. Organizers say they plan to keep the prom going and can't wait to announce next year's theme. We'll keep you updated and we'll be right back.